Hello, this is Mark Wildman of Wildman Athletica, and today we're going to be talking about our half kneeling snatch. When we want to get better at a specific activity, one of the things we can do is leave the upper body functionality basically the same, and we can change the lower body position. Think about this if you're learning to do archery, and then you learn to do archery kneeling. The upper body part stayed the same, the archery part stayed the same, and the kneeling part changed the way that everything functioned. Maybe the angle of the bow, the way you would draw, the angle at which you had to shoot, if you were shooting over or under something, kind of weird things. But humanity does kind of the upper body kind of similar. You throw a spear while running, you throw a spear from kneeling. All of these things, the throwing, the spear part is the same, and the kneeling or the leg position has changed. So we're going to work on our kettlebell snatch. All the important things are still there, so go back and watch snatch videos. I think I have 2 or 3 snatch videos already in the queue, and we're just going to change that into this kneeling position. Our half kneeling position, 90 degrees in the front leg, 90 degrees in the back leg, knee over ankle as much as we can. As we do the activity, of course, our body is going to shift back and forth, but we're not going to end up with our knee beyond the line of our toe with our heel lifting up off the ground. In anything, whether it's dumbbell, barbell, kettlebell, or club, is kind of a clean and press where you skip the middle portion. If you're doing a barbell clean to a jerk, a snatch would be skipping the middle. With a kettlebell, a clean and press, a snatch would be skipping the middle. With a club, a clean and press would be skipping the middle. So we're always skipping the middle when we do a snatch. In order to be good at a snatch, it kind of helps to work on your clean and your press a lot ahead of time so that you are strong in all of those positions for grinds before you start doing ballistics. L of the hand to the L of the kettlebell, push the weight back, snatch all the way up. Our goal is to have our shoulders generally level. In order to accomplish that task, we're going to put our other arm out to the side so that if we're kicked off to the side, we can just see it, we notice it right away. Your kneeling snatch weight will probably always be lower than your standing snatch weight because you've taken a lot of the movement and the momentum out of it by doing it in the kneeling position. That's kind of the point. This definitely is kind of one of those times where having some hard style bells instead of all competition style bells is pretty useful because the height of these is very different. Because all competition style bells are the same size and height, if your shin bone isn't long enough or your arm is too long, you might find this to be a little bit hard to pull off. But if you then move over to a hard style bell, you will get a couple of inches back in that swing so that you can accomplish the task. That's part of the reason we recommend hard style bells for women is because they tend to be generally a little bit less tall than men. It helps if they have hard style bells when trying to do these activities so that they can get through these positions without hitting the ground. Try this 28K. What you notice with a movement like this is that first rep is a little bit hard and the catch is a little bit weird. And that's because you don't get as much swing from your hips. Once you get the bell up, you can snatch down and you can get all that momentum to track through the movement and then snap you back up. So the first rep is weird. After that, they should be pretty okay. A way to get around that would be to do your first rep as a clean and press and then snatch down to start so that you have the starting momentum already there from the falling bell. This one is partially related to Turkish get-ups. All of these kneeling ones that we're doing right now are related to Turkish get-ups. The snatch is not so much related because you don't actually do a snatch in the Turkish getup, but we always find a position that we know to be useful, and then we try to apply all the movements that we know to that position. If we can figure out how to do it, we got better at something. Life is mostly just getting better at things and hoping that it all works out, I guess. I don't know. We would like to keep our variety within families of movements that we know to be useful. I know that this half kneeling position is useful for me and my clients because of what we're required to do athletically in movies and film, and I know that this position is useful from training for other things. Guns, archery, weapons. This position is in a lot of fight stuff all the time. It's part of a get-up, and getting up is a very important part of learning self-defense, whether it's for movies or for reality. It might be the least useful of all of these exercises, but it's still pretty awesome and fun to do, so give it a shot.